Hello, Internet. It's the news again with Hajira Asaf Khan, a show where the news is always terrible. The world is getting younger, but its leaders are not. Which brings me to the only point in today's episode: Joe Biden's aging and why it matters. Joe Biden is so old he makes Shehbaz Sharif look like a millennial in his prime.
Thank you.
And I'm not here to make ageist jokes just for the heck of it. Old people are allowed to have displays of senility, and it's our responsibility to treat them with dignity. But this isn't just any old person. This is the leader of the free world, which is also incidentally the land where the term "there's no such thing as a free lunch" came from. Go figure. But Joe doesn't care, because Joe does not remember. And so what if he doesn't remember that he was once the vice president of the US? What matters is that he's the current president, and he's 81 years old. That's right, 8 and 1. He is older than the internet, the microwave, and the Beatles. He's so old that he calls nuclear weapons atomic bombs.
I know it may not look like it, but I've been around a while.
And he sits at the helm of the biggest nuclear arsenal in the world. The world! His doctors keep giving him a clean bill of health because he has an election to run. Guys, please. The man is so confused that he keeps mistaking heads of state for their dead predecessors. He is living in a completely different decade. He's called Angela Merkel, Helmut Kohl, and he can't tell the difference between Egypt and Mexico. But then again, he does have moments of clarity like this.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put
But of course, the intelligence of that argument notwithstanding, Biden seems to be comfortable holding on to power for dear life. It seems like he'd sooner die than retire. And at this rate, I fear that might just happen. Now, Biden's competitor in the upcoming presidential elections will probably be Donald Trump, which is becoming clearer with each passing day. Now, Donald Trump, unlike Joe Biden, is a young, charismatic leader at 77 years of age. Now, normally, a 77-year-old won't really qualify as young. But when you compare him with Biden, Plus, he's just launched a new sneaker, so that probably takes like a decade off his age, I guess. Even though this thing looks more like Saddam Hussein's toilet than a sneaker, but we all make bad choices in our youth, don't we? And speaking of bad choices, I think it's about time America gave an opportunity to Bernie Sanders. He should run for office, I feel, because he's the oldest of them all, and he still hasn't gotten the chance to disillusion the world of his values yet. Well, not completely anyway. And no, I'm not being too speculative, it just comes with the territory. If you're president of the USA, you're probably going to have at least a war crime or two on your record before your term ends. But laws are for the weak and poor, and so your entire administration can evade accountability till the cows come home.
Yes, we can.
That's it for now. Tune in next week to see what's making the news again.